Taylor McDuffie, and I'm here to bring you some information on how to be drug-free like me. It is very important to learn about drug abuse, the types of drugs, the effects they have on your body, and how to simply say no. Whether you have been offered drugs, know someone that uses them, or have experienced using them, this information is for you. And here it is.
Chemical compounds that mimic the effect of cocaine, LSD, or meth. Don't be fooled by the name synthetic stimulant because it's still a drug and it can still hurt or kill you.
Alcohol and tobacco are drugs. Alcohol is classified as a central nervous system depressant, which means it slows down the brain functions and reduces various vital functions in the body.
Tobacco is a plant that contains nicotine, an addictive drug with both stimulant and depressant effects. Not to mention, it causes various cancers throughout the body.
Huffing is a type of substance abuse that involves inhaling fumes from household substances in order to experience a high. Also known as sniffing or inhaling abuse. This practice usually is an undertaking of hallucinations and experiencing visions.
Hi, my name is Simpson. I'm a teacher and a coach. Drug is a substance that affects you both mentally and physically. Drugs can seriously hinder your performance as an athlete. They can cause you to have issues breathing, and they can also cause permanent damage.
I'm Pastor Cleveland of New Bayside Baptist Church here in Mobile, Alabama. I'm here to speak in first-hand experience with dealing with marijuana. Marijuana is a controlled substance. It's from a weed plant that we call cannabis. It's a hemp plant. It's active ingredient is THC. I know from my own personal experience that marijuana is not good. It's very addictive. It can lead to other drugs. They don't want to say that, but it will. It gives you a feeling of euphoria and help. And it makes you feel as though you can work all your problems away. Marijuana is a very dangerous drug, and it's good to see young people talk about drugs today because I do not want them to have the same experience that I had when they deal with marijuana because it's legal in many states now. Folks think it's all right. It's still a drug, it's still a controlled substance, and it's not all right. And I just want to thank these young people, thank Taylor for this opportunity to speak on behalf of drug awareness. Thank you.
In order to avoid drugs, you need to find other ways to get involved. So find a community center, join the band, join sports clubs, and most importantly, find friends that support you in your decision to be drug-free.
My name is Harold Jones. I'm with the Mobile County Health Department. I'm the youth tobacco coordinator with the Mobile County Health Department. So our whole focus is about prevention, as far as making sure that we're preventing access for young people to be able to get these products, preventing exposure, secondhand exposure to our youth, curbing the marketing tactics because we know that the tobacco company literally targets our young people, and believe it or not, it targets low-income areas as well. And then the last thing is educating our community about the dangers of tobacco products. For example, people still smoke cigarettes as well as vape. Here's an example of what you see there as far as tar. One cigarette half of that cigarette ends up as tar in your body, and that's what you see right there. If you would lift the tar jar up, I want you to take that for a moment and just turn it upside down to see how thick that is. And imagine when you talk about people that's dealing with COPD, they can't breathe like we breathe right now because the more you smoke and the more this is coating your lungs, remember we take that deep breath, your chest rise, that's because your lungs expand. Well, COPD means that's not happening. You're not taking that big deep breath like that because your lungs are coated with this tar. So now that's where people have to use the oxygen support. We also have the phlegm jar, which your body produces phlegm anyway, but when you become a smoker, using these products, it produces too much. And this is where we get that smoker cough, where they're trying to cough up basically the phlegm that's coating their lungs. And a lot of times people don't even think that, they always say, well, if I vape, then I escape all of that. Well, you don't have something black going in, but you still get a coat that's going in from the actual vaping as well. And so remember, we talk about congestive heart failure, things of that nature. You're not supposed to have all that going into your body. The other thing, I specifically here in Alabama, we have about 156,000 young people currently exposed to secondhand smoke within the state of Alabama. We have 70% of the people that does smoke want to quit, but that just shows and talk about the addictiveness actually of nicotine in itself. And one thing I just point out, nicotine is in every tobacco product. A lot of times they say, well, it's not in my vape, it's not in this. There are 3 substances that's in every type of tobacco product on the planet. That's cancer-causing agents, toxic metals, and poisonous gases. So if you vape, you may have the traditional cigarette, but I'm taking some of the same chemicals, not all, but some, moving them over here to the vape. So if you can catch cancer here, and we call this a AKA cancer stick. So if you can catch cancer from here, people got to understand you can catch cancer by vaping. Tobacco products, bottom line, is the #1 cause of preventable death and diseases in the United States. So that's something that people really have to take in consideration. If we can reduce people using tobacco products, I mean, just think about the use of it and how much it costs the state of Alabama. We spend billions of trying to take care of those people who have said, I'm going to do whatever I feel like I want to do. Remember, like I stated, a lot of these people are actually targeted very young. 90% of all smokers today started by age 18 because y'all are targeted. Bottom line, any way you slice it. Even with the vapes, that's why if you notice, a lot of different drugs are going the same way the tobacco company is going, utilizing the fruit flavors, even infusing things like your beers, your wine. If you look now, all of these things are infused with flavors to try to draw the younger person in, whether it's the college student. By age 26, 98% of all smokers have started, okay? So we're talking elementary, middle, high school, college age students that's making up the bulk of this population of new smokers. So the only reason it's happening, they're really targeting you, bottom line.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully you will share this information with someone about what you learned about being drug-free, because drug-free looks like me.